following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Off to a great start already. Jesus.
Starts a conversation like that. I just sat down.
Already off to a great start, lads. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Seahawks Sessions. We're coming to you from the Department of BS from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. As I said before, this is Seahawks Sessions. I'm Dan Cruz, all decked up in hockey gear for some freaking reason. Follow the show wherever you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Follow me on Twitter, at Daniel Swood. That's being changed soon, probably. I don't know. At Time to BS Podcast, at Daniel Swood on TikTok for clips and other random stupidity. From the capital region of Albany, New York, from No Credentials Required, follow him on Twitter at eldelsto67. Dustin Henry joins us.
I am here. Hello, everybody.
Delightful studio that it is. From the great state of Texas and Belly Up Fantasy Live, Kevin Wilson, and also the host of many of articles on that delightful website.
Yeah, go check it out. He's got start sits. Read it up.
He's got delightful stuff, and we will get to why there's no microphone directly in my face in a matter of minutes. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. Have me watching on the live streams on YouTube at 8 p.m. on Fridays for Seahawks Sessions. Programming note, we do know the Thursday night game against the Cardinals. We will schedule that down the road. Probably for, what do we decide, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's looking likely, yeah.
Wednesday,
Yep.
We'll think of the time and hopefully down the road, because
About the same time, I would imagine.
scheduling and stuff like that, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Don't forget, also, if you're joining the live stream, engage in the comments. Be nice.
There it
Be
is.
nice, people. Oh, look who's decided to join in the Department of Nonsense. Our delightful friend, D's Rays of Sunshine. Hey, fellas.
How's it going?
And she also says, Kevin!
That's always,
Great to have you
that's
here,
always
as
fun
always.
when we get involved in that on the No Credentials Required show. And so it's always nice to hear from.
We also have one more thing we need to discuss, because, as we know, in this delightful BS-tacular, we do know one thing's for sure. The BS Express is in full force, ladies. Yeah! Fantastic. All right. Grab your tickets, they're free, drinks are free, and there's no seatbelts. There's no seatbelts and no puke bags, so you're puking on the floor.
Oh, man.
Don't do that in the bathroom, please.
Who the starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
It's not fun. It's not fun. I love how I'm decked out in hockey gear, and we're not even we're close to hockey season.
It is.
Yeah, we are close.
Preseason
It
does
is.
start.
We're coming up to almost the greatest month, I would suspect, in sports, which is October. So,
Yes.
it's not that far away.
Preseason hockey does start, which means I will be an insufferable Islander fan for all the next 8 months. Listen, you guys know I love my hockey.
Yes.
No
Yes, you
denying
do.
that.
Yes, you do. And you're knowledgeable.
Find a pocket of vomit, and that sounds extremely unsanitary, Dees.
Yes.
That sounds extremely unsanitary. I'm sure the CDC or the Office of Health and Safety, OSHA, would love a word with you.
Oh, man.
That's right. They've got manuals for that sort of thing.
We're a walking OSHA violation, I can feel it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Absolutely,
they would.
for sure. Absolutely, for freaking sure. We will get to... Also, if you guys are interested in post-game nonsense, I'll be doing post-game shows. I might do them live. I'm not sure, but I think the recording works out fine.
All right,
So,
nice. Nice.
Do understand that there is a Seahawks Sessions post-game show, which will be coming out
Post-game.
Yeah, sure, post-game.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, it's a delightful nugget.
And
Delightful.
sometimes we may join you.
That's right.
It's always a mystery of who's going to be on the post game.
That's right. So you want to not miss a single episode.
Jeez, I'm pretty sure D's is a walking HR violation for sure.
HR violation. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
yeah.
a dangerous game.
OSHA and HR involved.
HR is a different animal than OSHA, because
That's true.
OSHA you can get away with. HR not so much.
Yeah.
Like HR, they will hunt you down like Liam Neeson and Taken.
Well, and if you do have an OSHA violation, you can work with an OSHA compliance officer to get you back on the right track, so to
The
speak.
construction guy speaks
Yeah.
your word. Yes, he does. The construction junkie. He speaks his ill word. He does. Delightful.
Right.
Now I will get to the elephant in the room as to why there's no microphone in my face. As you guys are very well aware, yours truly is getting married in 6 months. Holy crap!
That's right. And have enjoyed your posts regarding that.
It's been a wild ride. So we're also potentially moving in the next 8 months. So potentially in, I don't know, house, condo, who the heck knows? I have no idea. So the other thing was, I don't know if you guys have seen the picture of the Roadcaster. That thing is huge.
I think you did show that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
the
so.
setup. Yeah.
That thing is huge. So, and obviously trying to move that thing around on my desk is not easy to do.
Yeah,
And
don't throw
it
your
takes
back out.
A lot of space, and just the microphone's a pain. So it's also heavy. But this delightful little thing that's in front of me is the first microphone I've ever used in the history of this show.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Snowball.
It's the snowball mic. I know it well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delightful little microphone.
Significance there, yeah.
Wedding colors, SDs. Emerald green, believe it or not. That was the president's choice. The president being my fiance. So, but no, it's been fun. But I've also been like weirdly overthinking about, holy crap, I'm getting married. This is wild. I have to downsize on some stuff. So, I mean, Kevin, I was talking about with Dustin for a good half hour. And he's like, "No, you're thinking of you're thinking right. Right? Did I paraphrase that correctly, Dustin?"
Yeah. You were being considerate, and you're trying to think of the space isn't just going to be you anymore.
That's right. So you got to make room on shelves throughout the lane.
Yeah, sure. But thankfully, I do have like 2 toolboxes in here that are pretty good with storage.
Mm-hmm.
So one toolbox holds all the gaming stuff. The other toolbox is like office stuff and occasionally podcasting equipment, but mostly just like office stuff and nooks and crannies. But what are you going to do? We got a show to do.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we need to start things off with our delightful return of the Smooth Report. This is the Smooth Report, a weekly news segment here on Time to BS and all the Time to BS family shows. Geno Smith and the Raiders did not have a great matchup in Vegas for their home opener. The former Seahawks quarterback threw 3 interceptions in a 29 loss against the Chargers. It's almost like, I don't know, John Schneider was right.
We've heard that before?
Yeah, multiple times. It's almost like John Schneider was right about something.
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit.
We need to build him a statue. He's been right for like multiple reasons. Jeez.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah, literally. The Miami Dolphins could clean house as early as mid-October. Mike McDaniel, head coach, and GM Chris Greer could be on their way out of Miami if things continue to sour for the Dolphins. Miami is currently 0-3.
They did show up last night, however.
They've been awful. They've been awful this season.
Yeah, but they showed up last night, so he's secured himself a few more games.
Speaking of, Tyreek Hill's been suspended for God knows what. Jeez.
Oh wait, he did get suspended?
No, that was a joke. But that's
Just wait a few days.
That's the other thing. I will ramble on Tyreek Hill after this segment.
Okay.
Did you know honey never spoils? Thanks to its unique chemical composition, the combination of low water content, high acidity, and antibacterial properties create an environment, geez, I can't speak, words are hard, where bacteria cannot thrive in honey, allowing archaeologists to discover edible honey as far back as ancient Egyptian tombs. This has been the Smooth Report.
All right.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys.
All right.
I mean, we talk about all these things across the NFL, like discipline. Okay, do you guys remember Chad Wheeler? Former Seahawks right tackle Chad Wheeler. He was like a third string right tackle.
Okay.
For the Seahawks. He was with the Giants for a little bit, but he was well known. I believe he was deemed not guilty, but he was essentially banned from the league for allegations of DV.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's the lightning rod you don't want to get your hands on right there.
Okay. So the argument is this. A third string right tackle so much as has a smoking weed violation banned from the league. But Tyreek Hill does God knows what over the course of 10 years, walks scot-free no matter what.
It's the age-old adage, and it's not right. It's not right, but it's the age-old adage of talent will get you far in certain places. Stupid. And the thing is, I'll go back to, and again, I might be teasing future plans for no credentials required, but I will go back to, there's a well-known example that there was a tackle on the Cowboys in their 90s heyday when Jimmy Johnson was putting together the team. Tackle fell asleep during a meeting, and I think he was a backup tackle. He got cut. He got cut for falling asleep in the meeting. And then a reporter asked Jimmy Johnson, he said, Jimmy, what if the person that fell asleep in the meeting was Troy Aikman? He said, I'd say, Troy, wake up. You know, yeah. I mean, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like, what the hey?
It's not right, but it's a fact.
It's the reality throughout the land.
Yep.
It's so stupid because there's like conclusive evidence that like Tyreek Hill is a deliberate piece of crap, but walks away scot-free no matter what. It's the stupidest thing on the face of the planet. Look, I'm pretty sure Deez is probably seething right now. Just like I can probably feel like what she's about to type. Oh, she says, Dustin, spoiler alert. Okay. Not what I thought was going to come out of her mouth, but you know what? Disappointment runs very frequently in this program. So
it runs deep as well. So
runs deep and well, just like deep soil. It's just there.
Oh, but it is, and you know, the other sad fact is, back in the day, I think we all remember the Ray Rice situation, and
that's the other thing.
And I think what happened, what got Ray Rice, is that was on video.
Absolutely,
I think
there was a number of things.
Hold
on, in that mantra. Hold on, timeout by that jurisdiction because there's also voice evidence. There's also audio and video evidence. This guy being a deliberate piece of crap, still walks scot-free.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, if Ray Rice hadn't been in a casino, he probably would have got away with it.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
Probably,
Kevin.
you know, which is messed up to say
because there's a camera every 5 feet everywhere in a casino.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Every 30 steps, there's a camera.
That's right. And they're in the elevators and everywhere else. If you're in a regular hotel, probably not seen.
Oh, boy.
Well, and Am I wrong? I can't remember what Kareem Hunt was suspended for.
Kicking someone. That was also on camera.
But the thing is, he's another example. He is back in the league. He is back in the league, and he is playing for the Chiefs right now.
The wheel of discipline.
Well, he's trying to play for the Chiefs. I don't know how well.
That's a fair point.
The wheel of discipline is bull crap.
Yeah, it's got some uneven issues going on.
It's like Wheel of Fortune. Is this wheel weighted?
Yeah,
probably is.
Yeah, the consistency on discipline seems to be a little bankrupt. See what I did there? I thought I was getting the crickets.
No,
I wasn't
that was
sure.
good. That was the zinger right there. That was good. I'll give you that one. That was good.
All right.
You know, why is it that Tyreek Hill consistently does not get suspended by the NFL?
Why? Because them, that's why.
Because the NFL is king, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Jesus. If this were hockey, different story.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
They don't mess around.
Oh, no.
And also,
Sidney
hockey
Crosby
doesn't
could get away with a lot. Sidney Crosby did get away with a lot of bad penalties early in his career.
Yeah, but
he got away with a lot.
You're called the kid, even though you're a 38-year-old man. That
He's looked the same for 20 years.
He has. Well, and everybody still
I don't know. That might be debatable.
People call Griffey the kid for like forever,
Yeah, Griffey Jr. Yeah.
Except that last season when he was like falling asleep in the clubhouse.
Oh my God! Speaking of the Mariners, Cal Raleigh has tied Ken Griffey Jr. for the most home runs in Mariners history. He's gonna win the AL MVP, right?
He should. I saw some statistics that shows that Judge should win it. I'm like, he doesn't play catcher.
Okay,
demanding position in all baseball.
Yeah, that's the greatest argument.
And he's not just a catcher; he's a great catcher.
Did you know that he actually broke Mickey Mantle's 60-year-old record?
Yes, I did know that.
Most home runs by a switch hitter.
I did know that.
That's insane to think about.
It is.
That is, yeah.
That's crazy. Look at us getting into baseball.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching a lot of Mariners tape. I've been watching a lot of Mariner games.
We're coming down to the last 9 games of the season.
Yeah, this team is fun.
So
they're actually really fun.
And the Mariners and the Astros they're playing as we speak.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
A 3-game series. We'll know what the story is in that division by Monday.
Yeah, well, the AL West could be decided in the next 2 weeks.
Well, and I think Kevin, if memory serves, you predicted that it would come down to the final.
I was just saying that. I forget who I was saying that to. That the Mariners. I think it was Vince. I was saying that too.
Yeah.
That I predicted the Mariners would be the team to keep your eyes on, and they won 10 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've won. I believe they've won 10 of their last 11 or 12.
It's 11 out of 12, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it was 11 out of the last 12.
And they actually took over the AL West lead.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, so...
Meanwhile, I had predicted the Reds would make the playoffs.
Yeah, Jesus.
Well, that's, Dustin, that's what happens when you're in our business, when we make prediction.
Yeah.
Because last weekend, I predicted that Notre Dame would win the game and cover and be the points over under would be less, of which I was right about none of that.
Yeah,
none.
Why did I get the Sonic ring?
It does happen. I think
I don't like Notre Dame, so now I don't like them even more because they went out and embarrassed me. So.
Oh my God, I hate I know this is like sacrilege for the ACC and Clemson, but my favorite Notre Dame loss was 2017, where Miami just put a beat down on Notre Dame. Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. Like I watched that game. I think Dan Le Batard, who's my hero in this podcasting world, who's from Miami, even said it best. Like, yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to mop the floor at Miami. It proceeds to go the complete opposite direction, and Miami mops the floor with Notre Dame. So it's great. But as of right now, in terms of baseball standings, while we have this on our delightful little BS chart, the Mariners are a game back of Detroit for a first round bye.
Oh wow! Okay.
Detroit has not played well.
No, they really have not. They are also 5 games back of Toronto for the American League.
That's not going to happen. So let's put that pipe dream to bed right now.
Yeah, Toronto's
going to have the best record in the American League. That's
yeah, by far. They're not going to have the best record in baseball because that belongs to
the Mariners or the Brewers. Yeah, we don't want Vince to chime in and give us more information about the
Where
Brewers.
is Vince when you need him the most?
It'd be funny if he just appeared.
To continue with the Tyreek Hill nonsense discussion, it is at least damages the messages that the NFL supports women. Sure, unless that they are the wives or girlfriends of all these players that can't keep from putting their hands on them in a not so loving way. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah. No, it's they have the commercials out there and the messaging out there, and then their actions do not support their message.
It's extremely hypocritical. It's extremely hypocritical. But what are you going to do? We also do need to talk about the Cheeseburger Mount Rushmore because yesterday Kevin beat us to the punch. I believe he has his notes ready to go because yesterday, as we're going live, it was National Cheeseburger Day.
Correct.
Which brings the title of the episode. Shout out to Rock and Roll Hall of Famer the late great Jimmy Buffett. The Cheeseburger Mount Rushmore. This will be a very heated debate, I can already tell, because I think Kevin has us beat because Texas.
Yeah, they probably. I'm going to be curious to see if Whataburger makes the list, though. I've never had one, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm very excited for you to try Cookout when you get the chance, Dustin, because you're going down to Virginia.
Oh yeah. I'm going to VA. Yeah.
So if there's a Cookout where you're going, let us know and let us know how it is because I know how it is. It's great.
I'll have to see, man. I'll have to see.
So who is? Let's start with Dustin in this room. Who is your Cheeseburger Mount Rushmore?
All right. This might go a little sideways for people. All right, but my number one pick, my number one with a bullet. It might not be the best in the world, but it's the best in my opinion around here. Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Their burgers, they do it for me. I love them. They're good. They're greasy. They're always cooked well, except for the one time I used to rave about Five Guys to my mom. She finally agrees to try it. It was proceeded to be the worst Five Guys I ever had. And she's like, this is what you, and I'm like, Mom, trust me. It's not always like this. Five Guys is remarkably consistent. It's always good. You pay a little bit more, but it's good. You get that bag and you know what's coming.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. The Colorado Rockies have a run differential of minus 404.
Let's not get into that.
Is that the Major League record?
Yeah, that won me the race for the wooden spoon. I said they'd be the first team to 100 losses. They got there.
Keep talking, Dustin. I'm going to do some Googling real quick.
All right. So my number 2, no one outside of the capital region is going to know this because this is a hyper local chain to here. I used to work there. I'm going to put Ted's Fish Fry Burger at number 2, and people are looking at me sideways already. The place is called Ted's Fish Fry. Why are you putting their burgers? Because I used to make those burgers in high school. I had plenty of them. I know that they're good. They're smaller burgers, so you can take down a couple of them. You won't feel bad. Now, if you get the cheeseburger with, you got ketchup and then grilled onions that are on the grill for, a long time, and you caramelize them, and it's a simple thing, toasted bun,
good.
but I love it. It's like an old school drive-in burger. If you've ever had one of those,
those are the best.
Yeah, it's good. It's small. It's very, very good. And
by
now
the way,
for my third place.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
The the MLB record for the worst run differential in a single season was set in 1899 by the Cleveland Spiders with a minus 723. However, the second worst run differential of all time belongs, as of right now, 1932. The Boston Red Sox held the worst record with a minus 349. Continue.
Oh man. But side note, they, instead of calling the team the Guardians, okay, bring back the Spiders. That's awesome. That would have been.
You could have all kinds of uniform choices with that.
Yeah. That would have been great.
Marvel has existed since then.
Yeah. Cleveland Spiders, man.
Yeah.
But
Jesus, I caught that. Spiders, man. God.
I didn't know if you were going to get there.
Look, for God's sakes, you're talking to the comic book nerd out of the two of us.
I know. Well, I think Kevin's
Kevin
also,
might beat us.
He's up there.
Kevin might beat us.
So then we got, all right. My number 3, I'm really struggling with my number 3 because I just don't know. I'm trying to like Sonic. I haven't had enough to put them on the list. Dairy Queen, same deal. I haven't had enough to like have a definitive. All right, this is controversial, and it's technically not a cheeseburger, but I've had a lot of these, and when this is good, I'll take it. Give me a Whopper. You add cheese to a Whopper, I enjoy it. There's something about the flame broiled burger when it's done right. So those are my 3 for now. Yeah. You got some local places with the smash burger. You got some things. I want to try more burger places. I have a book by George Motes, Hamburger America. I'm going to try some of these places, check them off. But I'm interested to hear your takes, gentlemen.
Who's going first? Me or Kevin?
Call it.
On it. All right. So, number one of the Mount Rushmore, diner burgers.
Oh, diner burgers are good. Yeah.
Diner burgers are very underrated. They're a very underrated burger. Like, there's something about a good diner burger. You put some bacon, you put some onions on there. There's this local diner called the Island Lake Diner here on Long Island that does full-on onion rings on top of the burger, which is like, that is delightful, but also extremely fattening. But who cares? Because
we're talking about burgers, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I know it's a burger. Who the hell cares? Number 2, a bar burger. There's nothing like if you go to like a local sports bar or an Irish pub. Mm-hmm. Those are nice.
Yeah,
those are nice.
They're good. And I like this direction because I didn't go this direction. I love diner burgers. I love like sports bar burgers, but I kind of like discounted them in my head for some reason. So I like that you're bringing it this direction here. Number
3 in the Department of BS, cheeseburger Mount Rushmore. I am going at a top. I do not have Wendy's. At first I was like thinking of Wendy's, but I was like, no. I have Sonic as number 3. Like there's like out of all the fast food burgers, Five Guys is definitely up there too. But the burger, when you take a bite in the burger, it's just perfectly cooked and juicy, which is like, that's nice. And the buns are thick too, which is good. We do like thick buns around here.
Yeah. You know what? You might have inspired me.
All right, Kevin liked that one.
Yeah. I might have to get a Sonic burger tomorrow for dinner. Might have to happen.
Yeah, those are not bad. Also, diner burgers, if you have a 24-hour diner, those are good. 2 in the morning cheeseburgers, those are great. Those are awesome.
Those, it might sound weird to have a burger for breakfast, but I highly support that.
Yes. Breakfast burger.
That's
really good.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. What's my number 4?
Oh, that's right. There's 4 faces on Mount Rushmore. I totally skipped a face.
What the hey? You skipped Abe Lincoln.
That's right.
You skipped old Abe.
Oh man.
Heads up.
Oh.
For those who know U.S. history, you're gonna love that joke.
Yeah.
But number 4, I this is hard because like I have the bar burger, sports bar burger, the diner burger, Sonic. I don't know. I mean, this is Checkers is definitely up there too. Checkers makes a really good burger. So if you've had Checkers before, you'll know what I mean. So those are good burgers. Also, Dee's Rays of Sunshine enters the room. It's Kevin's Corner in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Makes a to die for a chili cheeseburger, she says.
Oh, that would be something.
Huh.
I like chili cheeseburgers, but they're so messy.
I take it back. Number 4 is actually the baseball burger. You go to a baseball field, like a local minor league baseball field.
Okay.
I was going to say, not at the major league level.
No, the major league level is a little... Like, if you go to, like, a minor league ballpark...
They try harder.
Yeah, they try harder, because, like, it's a minor league ballpark.
That's right.
But, like...
They could be called the snow lizards or something weird like that, and, you know...
They're quick and effective, too. There's like, oh, this is nice. This is a good little snack. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is easy. So, that's my Mount Rushmore. Dustin, you have a 4th?
4th, I'll come up with one quick so that I don't take away Kevin's. But you know what? You converted me. I'm gonna go probably like a diner. We have diners around here. The burgers are always good. It's a thing I didn't think of. Like there's a place. I am not kidding you. There's a small town called Glens Falls near me.
Yes.
And and
I feel like I know where you're going with this.
There's a place in Glens Falls, and it's called. Oh, what am I doing? All right,
Touraine.
Number 4, Audible at the line. Number 4, there's a place. No, I'm sticking with my original. There's a place in Glens Falls. It is called Poopies. I'm not joking. That's what it's called.
How do you spell that?
All their food is delicious. It's like you walk in, it's like a time warp. The owner is always blasting classic rock and metal, and he's just cooking great food back there.
Oh,
it's awesome.
The best. That's when you know it's a good burger.
Yeah, so that's my number 4. Sorry to overstep a little bit there. Kevin, what are your picks?
I feel like Kevin's going to mop the floor with us because he's got Texas Smokehouse.
I know.
Down there.
All right, so my number 1 is I'm going to have to go with Carl's Jr.
All right.
Okay, which I guess is Hardee's over there in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
You can get it with Famous Stars, got 2 patties on there and everything. It's really enjoyable. And number 2, I'm going to go with Whataburger.
Okay, Whataburger.
Because they will put it on Texas toast, and that really brings it home. And that brings up a story because when I first got out here, we're like, where should we go? And I thought my wife was saying, Whataburger. And I was like, what in the world is a Whataburger? But it was a burger. Okay. So anyway, so that's number 2. Let's see. Number 3, I'm going to go with Five Guys because you can get it done however you want. So if it's not good, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Even though they are so expensive to go and get one of those. And then number 4 is a place called Backyard Burger, which they would go and actually, char broil it.
Oh,
you can't find a place to do that anymore.
No.
And really, flame broil, all that. And I know that the Burger King, and I agree with you, Dustin, they faked that whole process.
I'm booking a flight to Dallas right now.
But you go into Burger King and they make it look like it's flame broiled and everything. So if I was to put a fifth one on there, I like that one as well. So, I like it, and especially you put some bacon on there, and you guys are talking about onions. Though that goes far away. Put some mushrooms on there, and we're really bringing it home.
Mushrooms are a good substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Mushrooms are really bringing. But if you're gonna have mushrooms on there, please don't put mustard on there.
No. Who does that?
I don't know, because there's a place you go in and you look at the menu and it's got a mushroom burger and it's got mustard on it. I'm like, what the hell?
What about honey mustard? Does that count or
no? That's even worse.
Okay, good. That's why we talked to the Texan around here. All right.
But I like an Oklahoma smash burger, and all that is onions, mustard, cheese smashed.
Well, yeah, that's I'm not an onion guy.
Yeah,
but if you are into onions, that's fine.
Yeah.
And if you are into mustard, that's fine. But once mushrooms enter the phase, you cannot have mustard on there.
I'm with you on that. The mushrooms bring a certain quality. You can't be having mustard with it.
No.
All right, we will get to the brunt of the show, which is some Seahawks talk, because we have delayed the inevitable long enough. We do need to get to a quick advertising break because, as we do know, lads, this show is not free.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So it's time to pay the bills.
This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast, here to tell you guys about Canada Dips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canada Dip CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadaDipCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadaDipCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canada Dips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Use the promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off your order at CanadaDips.com. All the way from Humboldt County in the great state of California. Buy some stuff. They're good. Ad piece, sure. So, you guys, Sunday was a good day, right?
It was a great day, and it's much more enjoyable. This conversation is going to be than the last one.
Yes.
Did you guys love that video I posted of Nappy Roots' good day?
Yeah.
That goes back to last year. So because I've been having some fun with video editing over the last couple of years, and I found a way I had to merge some Seahawk clips from the pregame huddles and stuff like that, and in the locker room, and just mixed Nappy Roots' good day to it. It's delightful. It's become a really popular thing on Seahawk Twitter. I'm proud of myself for that. But yeah, the Seahawks did get a massive win in Pittsburgh, 31-17.
Yes.
The defense. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Defense.
The defense played
They
great.
beat the Steelers in every possible way.
Yeah, and then the other thing, 2 weeks in a row, Sam Darnold has looked sharp. He did throw a bonehead interception on
These
Jalen
guys
Ramsey.
clean up the interceptions. We don't want any Geno Smith references here.
Well, to be fair, that was the first interception was a bonehead decision. You don't throw a corner route on Jalen Ramsey while he's got the inside corner on a smaller Cooper Kupp. Ramsey's going to beat that every single time.
Right.
The second interception, that was a piece of luck. Cameron Hayward got his 30-inch mitt up. Who, by the way, he's going in the Hall of Fame down the road. Big Cameron Hayward. He got his big mitt up, and then Nate Hairbig picked it off, ran it 40 yards. Also, it was on 4th down. So really, technically, he had one interception that was really his fault. So other than that, Sam had a great day.
He did. 295 yards passing through 11 incompletions the whole game. So
against the secondary, it is not half bad.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And he spread the ball around. JSN, 8 of 10. And then Cooper Kupp, we had a sighting.
9 catches.
Okay, 7 catches out of 9 targets.
Close enough.
90 yards. Torrey Horton, first career
touchdown. Yeah.
So the only thing that's because the tight ends caught 4 balls, and for a team that's got 17 tight ends on their roster, they need to be more involved in this game plan.
Yeah, that's
though Varner got a touchdown, which I was glad to see.
That was the other thing.
If you're going to have all these tight ends, you need to get them more involved in the game plan.
That was the other thing I was going to talk to you about because we do have some things called game notes, which is Kevin's been ahead of us for like the last few weeks. So this, I mean, one of the things I will talk about is Josh Jobe played out of his freaking mind.
He started the season very well. Very well.
Woolen had a bounce back game, which was good to see. He had a boneheaded
We didn't
penalty.
mention his name.
Yeah.
So that was enough of a bounce back just because we didn't mention his name.
Yeah, that too. He had a bounce back game in Pittsburgh against George Pickens and so forth.
No, George Pickens is here in Dallas.
He's in Dallas. Wow. Wow. My brain hurts. My brain hurts.
Against
this is the key, though. All right. Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they got after him.
They got after him. 203 yards passing. That's not going to get it done.
Nope.
3 sacks, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
And no of their wide receivers caught more than 4 passes.
Yep.
And I was certainly glad to see because DK caught just 3 balls.
Yeah. And speaking of threes, the Seahawks allowed only 3 points in the second half in Pittsburgh. That is huge.
Yeah, we definitely have to make special note of one of the most dropped players in all of fantasy football this week. And that's Caleb Johnson of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man. Oh, my God.
That's one of the more boneheaded plays ever. So he just walked off the field and left the ball in the end zone.
I've seen worse because remember there was a player by the name of Deshaun Jackson who dropped the ball on the 1 yard line before crossing in the end zone multiple times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's different.
The Seahawks had just taken the lead.
Yeah.
And he does that.
Yeah.
Plus, he only had 1 carry for 1 yard. This guy, I spoke highly of him prior to the season.
Yep.
Not anymore.
Oh, God.
I dropped him. I drafted him. I dropped him. So you've got no use, whatever.
Wow, this is breaking news from Kevin. Breaking news from Kevin.
That's right.
Who's our fantasy expert, by the way, on Belly Up.
Mm-hmm.
And even he was like, nope, I'm done. I'm
done. You know, you embarrass me in public. You've got to.
Well, and he also, I mean, let's call it what it is. Tomlin, he's got his flaws as a coach, but I think we'd all agree he's a pretty.
You teed that right up for him.
Yeah, but he's a pretty no nonsense. Like Caleb Johnson has had one of the worst starts to the season. He will not see the field. He will. Jaylen Warren will keep getting the snaps.
That's right. And I was not high on Jaylen Warren to my detriment. And he even now he's to me.
Yeah, he's not doing great as a running back, but they've been using him a lot in the passing game to start the season.
So if you've got Jaylen Warren, be happy, and not like me. Because like I said, Caleb Johnson was on the waiver wire Wednesday morning.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got to give a shout to George Alani being on top of things and understanding what was going on.
Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd like to I know we've talked a lot about what happened in that game already, but I would like to shout out 2 players, one on defense, one on offense. My offensive one is going to be obvious. Kenneth Walker. He rebounded when he needed it. He rebounded when he needed it. He looked electric running the ball. He looked like he was running with purpose. And I'm gonna shout it out. I'm not the only one that thinks this. There's a lot of people smarter than me. If you look at the snaps The Seahawks wanted Charbonnet
Oh yeah,
to be the starter. They wanted Charbonnet to be the starter. If you look at the snap count, he even outsnapped Kenneth Walker in this game.
And he out-touched him.
Yep. He outsnapped, out-touched.
That's got to stop.
Yeah, because if you're the Seahawks, and I understand partially why they did it, Charbonnet was healthy for the entire preseason, which is not something you could say about Ken Walker.
That's why I was so concerned about him coming into the season.
But he looks much more dynamic running the ball, and I don't think there's any argument about that. So shout out to you, Ken Walker. He had the touchdown. He broke 105 yards, I believe. My defensive player. Does anybody have any guesses of who it is? Because they sacked Aaron Rodgers 3 times. That's one of the hints I will give you. Do you know who got 2 of those sacks?
Byron Murphy.
That is correct. Do you know what his total of sacks was all of last year?
1.5.
Yes, he has already surpassed his
Unbelievable
season sack total. So shout out to you, Byron Murphy. I hope that this is a sign of things to come.
I think it is.
There is something I wanted to talk with you guys about. Speaking of the defense, because there is a stat that's been going around like wildfire.
Yes, I saw that. I know where you're headed with this.
Amongst Seahawk fans, because who currently leads the NFL in pass rush win rate by 50%?
I believe
we do.
Oh.
The Seahawks do.
Seahawks do. And you know what's the most impressive stat? That's impressive.
They're barely blitzing.
They are the second fewest blitzing team in the NFL through 2 games. So what that means is that they're getting pressure on the quarterback, but still getting the coverage.
With only 4 guys, by the way.
With only 4 guys, so they're still
creatively too.
Because anytime you do a blitz, somebody's uncovered.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right?
Every time.
Okay. So, and it's interesting because the team that's got less blitzes than they do is, in fact, the New Orleans Saints.
That's funny.
Who they, play, of course, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Well, and also, isn't New Orleans leading the league in sacks right now, or am I wild for thinking that? I think
that would be information we would need to verify
on it.
I think there's like something fluky going on with New Orleans where they're like leading the league in sacks, and there's no way that it's gonna. There's something I saw somewhere.
I think all of New Orleans stats are a little skewed.
Yeah.
Because both of their games were at home.
Give me a second. The Patriots lead the NFL in sacks with 9.
The Patriots. Okay.
The Saints are tied for second with the Rams and Packers with 8.
Okay. My fault. I thought they were leading the league. I knew they were up there, but there's no way they can sustain that.
Hawks have 4.
Yeah.
Hawks have 4 sacks, for those wondering.
Okay.
So, courtesy of ESPN.com. But the thing that really they got to Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers have a decent offensive line. Let's also pay credit here. They got 2 young tackles that are really good. Broderick Jones and Troy Fashanu, who's from University of Washington. Good players. Not bad. Really good players. They did this without Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Who you can argue is their best defensive player.
Absolutely. There's no question about that.
They did this without Devin Witherspoon. They did this without their Swiss Army knife and Nicky Manwari.
Right.
They did this essentially with Josh Jobe, Tariq Woolen, Darian Kendrick, Nehemiah Pritchett, Ty Okada, like Julian Love, and by the way, a 30% of Uchenna Nwosu. That's scary to think about.
Yeah, scary for opponents.
What have we craved about? Dustin, Kevin, all 3 of us here are Seahawk fans for the better part of the last half a decade, nearly a decade, and we've craved for the Seahawks to get, which was, hey, give us a freaking defense.
Yep.
Like we have it all.
Ever since the Legion of Boom stepped off the stage.
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
You can argue since the first half of that Panthers divisional playoff game in Charlotte, where the Panthers just mauled Seattle in the first half, putting up 31 in the first half.
Yeah, we don't need to. We can leave that in the vault. That's fine.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end. Like that for me was like the side of things to come. But like since then, they really haven't had a game-wrecking defense.
No.
2 games into the season, they currently have a top 5 defense.
Yeah,
and especially their defense against the rush,
unbelievable.
It's going to be, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but it's going to be one of the keys to this game coming up that I'm going to get into in a moment.
Which we'll get to the Saints in a bit. But like, it's. I've spoke about this, and Dustin, you and I have spoke about this a few times. It's like, hey, the Seahawks last year. Hey, the Seahawks have a defense. Like, man, if they get an offense, look out. They're going to be hard to beat. And I mean, I picked the Seahawks to win the West. I think you and I, Kevin, are.
I took the plus 550 bet right here.
Yes, you have been very vocal in terms of betting the Seahawks to win the West, and because of the improvements on offense and defense. Dustin's the lone wolf. He did pick the Rams. Like, boo this man.
But I picked the Hawks as a wild card team.
Okay, that works.
And it's interesting because as we speak, there are 10 teams in the NFL that are undefeated.
Yes.
And 3 of them are in the NFC West.
That's scary.
Yeah, that is.
It's still early, but still.
It's still early, but there'll be one less of those after this weekend because the 49ers play the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was it's still early.
Somebody's got to lose.
Somebody's got to lose
that. So
somebody's got to lose. Dustin, do you have a tune?
I do have a tune.
All right. Let's cue the music, boys.
Woo!
All right, well, Dustin's jukebox. What do you got, Dustin?
All right. So this week, as the bass line serenades me, I'm thinking back, much like the Seahawks in their drive to win the game. I'm thinking of a song that is good to drive to. And if you haven't checked out this song, do it. It's one of the best to just roll down the window and drive to. It sets the atmosphere immediately. Ironically enough, the song is called Drive, and it is off Automatic for the People by REM. I would submit that is their best album, but Drive is the opener on that album. Drive brings it, as Kevin likes to say, it establishes the tone of that album. Go check it out. That album's a classic, but specifically Drive. You won't regret it. Peter Buck, always very good playing the guitar. Basic, but it's exactly what it needs. Atmosphere. I love that song.
All right. That was Dustin's Jukebox.
Yeah. When you said Drive, I was getting excited because I thought you were going to go with the Cars.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, I do have...
That's not really a driving song, though. I will submit.
I do have a song picked out for next week. Well, I have an artist picked out for next week. I'm wrestling back and forth between songs, Kevin, but you might be much more familiar with the artist for next week.
Okay, I look forward to that already.
The teaser we got here.
Yeah.
Teaser we got here from Dustin.
Yes.
All right. We will preview Week 3's matchup at home against the New Orleans Saints in a matter of minutes. But as we do know, this show is not free, so we will get back. We'll be right back afterwards. Some Righteous Felon beef jerky.
This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Use the promo code BELLYUP in all caps for 15% off your order of various flavors of jerky at RighteousFelon.com. craving.com. So, week 3 of the Seahawks season continues at home with a matchup against the New Orleans Saints. And I don't know about you guys, I sense trap game.
Yeah.
Because New Orleans, in 2 games, put up a fight against the 49ers last week, put 21 against a good defense in San Francisco, and put up a fight against the Cardinals in the first game of the year. New Orleans has also, say what you want, they've been tough against the Seahawks, either in New Orleans or at Lumen Field. They've been tough against the Seahawks, dating back to the Sean Payton years. So, Kevin, do you have Kevin's keys to the game? Because I know he's been dying
I do.
after this. So,
okay, so you're talking about the only thing that I don't think this is a trap game is because they played both of those games at home. They got the home cooking, the home meals, the nice bed and everything else. That ends this weekend. So my first key is they have to rattle Spencer Rattler. Pun intended. Okay? Because, like I said, he was at home and, everything was smooth and everything else. They need to make sure that this young man hears the trains coming every time he steps back, after he gets the snap and he, goes back to pass. He needs to hear footsteps coming so that, he gets twitchy back there. And then once you get twitchy, then you make bad decisions.
Yep.
And that's the defense, of course. And, I talked about the fans when they were at home. The fans showed up in that game. They need to do the same thing here.
Yep.
Because the 49ers, of course, play in Seattle all the time. So they're kind of maybe used to that a little bit. The Saints have not faced this kind of thing. So they need to get the pressure going. They need to have the fans into the game. So, and the second key is they need to, who's the offensive player on the New Orleans Saints that you might fear? That's Alvin Kamara. Exactly. And he showed up in the first couple of games, but they need to keep him under control. Because who else are you really afraid of? I liked Chris Olave. I've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Alvin Kamara is the guy you need to keep him under control. And then the third key is, and Charbonnet doesn't look like he's gonna play, that's kind of unfortunate. But we need Kenneth Walker to continue his ascent to the top of the running back roster, just like I started talking about way at the beginning of the preseason. If he puts those kind of numbers together, the Saints are sitting on the sideline because the Seahawks offense is on the field. And this is going to be an interesting matchup because the Saints come in with the 13th ranked rush defense. So who's going to win this matchup? Is it the Saint rush defense or is it the Seahawks rush offense?
I will also point out that courtesy of our friend Brian Nemhauser, Hawkblogger, guess who is at practice today, even though they were listed as doubtful? Nick Evenwari and Devin Witherspoon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's good news.
Yes, that's very good
secondary.
news.
That's really
and they need to overcome those doubtful players because there's Julian Love. We could throw him in there.
Julian Love is doubt. Julian Love was practicing.
And those are 3 significant players on the Seattle defense.
Yes.
They're not some guy that's the third string, defensive tackle or
Julian
whatever.
Love's a good safety. He's a really good safety.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to overcome that. Like I said, they need to win the rushing battle. That's the third key to me right there.
Dustin, do you think this is a trap game too? Because
yes.
Again, the Saints play the Seahawks really tough no matter what situation they're in.
They do, and the thing is, we're buoyed by what happened in Pittsburgh last week. All right, But there's a couple of things. Aaron Rodgers can't move anymore, so that's part of the reason that they got the 3 sacks. The Saints, they're gonna have to watch out because I might have been wrong about them leading the NFL in sacks, but they are tied for second. So they're a deceptively aggressive pass rush to start the season. The Seahawks offensive line is going to have to show up in this one, and you can't look past the Saints. I just have a bad feeling that this is going to be a trap game. I just have a feeling about it. They're coming off a high on Pittsburgh. Now, I still think they will win the game. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be like 17-20 or even 21-24, something like that. I think a field goal difference is in this game because the Saints have nothing to lose. They got a first-year head coach. They still have Kamara. They have Olave. They have some talent, but for the most part, their defense has overachieved from where they are, from where I believe to start the season. They're playing with house money. Nobody expects the Saints to do anything. Teams are dangerous when that happens. A couple of years ago, the Seahawks surprised people because nobody thought the first year under Mike Macdonald, people were picking them to win 4 games. They thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, and they almost won the division. When you play with house money, it's a dangerous combination.
By the way, we have breaking news. Chase Young is out. Trevor Penning is out, which means an undrafted free agent will be starting a guard in his place. Their right tackle for the Saints, Fuaga, is also out. He's questionable with a back injury. Tellez Fuaga, their right tackle. Also, Trey Palmer, one of the receivers, is also out. So Saints are down a few players.
Yeah, they're hurt a little bit.
They're down a few players.
And that's not going to help them against that Seattle defense.
No.
And like I said, I would think this is a trap game except for the fact that they're at home.
Yeah.
And the fans are not going to let their, a malaise happen at home. If they were in New Orleans,
not a chance.
It could happen.
Yeah,
but
New Orleans
at home, the crowd, they're going to come out there and get these guys fired up.
Saints fans show up when they're at home in New Orleans. That they do because that place is a party town,
right?
But also because Saints fans are loyal, and they don't really travel well.
They've had to endure, some pretty horrific seasons. They're the original bad guys down there.
The 80s.
Yeah.
And
oh God.
They're the only team that can make a Manning look, bad at quarterback.
Archie. Yeah.
Archie Manning.
Archie Manning, who, by the way, should he be in the Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't go to that level.
Thank you. That's why I want to check with you.
No. If he had played on another team, he had Hall of Fame talent.
Yeah.
No question about that. But he got absolutely crushed by an absolutely horrible team.
They did not protect him at all whatsoever. His offensive line. I mean, obviously, I never saw Archie Manning play, but I've seen tape, and he was running for his life every play. He's running for his life.
And so it's fortunate that he's been able to see his kids and his grandkid play football.
Yeah.
And not be buried 3 feet under because that's where he was headed.
We also forget the Saints wide receivers. They do have talent. Rashid Shaheed is a really good deep threat out of the slot.
Yeah.
Olave, we've raved about this guy for a couple weeks now in this program.
And they've got a decent tight end as well.
Yeah, they got pretty decent tight end over
Juwan Johnson is a
formerly
pretty good tight end.
State, by the way.
He
was a wide receiver for Penn State for a number of years before transferring to Oregon, where he was drafted out of to the Saints. But and then also Brandon Cooks, longtime nemesis of the Seahawks for a number of years.
Yeah.
Between the Rams, the Saints, and the Patriots, he's there too. So Woolen has to step up against Brandon Cooks because Cooks can run even at his age.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joe's going to have a good game. Josh Jobe, who played really well in Pittsburgh, didn't allow a completion. really well. If Witherspoon can't go, I expect Darian Kendrick to take his spot. The Imanwari news doesn't alarm me as much as I should be because they have safety depth. The Julian Love news concerns me a little bit because that's a foot issue, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Correct.
So for a safety to play deep, for a free safety to play deep down the field. Now, Kobe Bryant can play free safety if need be. He's done it before. He's a better strong safety, but Julian Love not being out there hurts a lot. Now, DeAnthony Bell can also play strong safety or free safety, so that can help. Ty Okada has been a sight to behold at third string safety preseason, played well. Spencer Rattler is not Aaron Rodgers.
No.
So
and that is his wildest imagination.
The Saints' offensive line is not great. Not great at all. So I don't expect them to blitz. I expect them to get pressure on Spencer Rattler because
that's right. Get that train running.
You disturb any quarterback's timing, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Plus, he has to deal with that crowd noise.
Yes. I expect the crowd to be loud.
I expect it to be loud as well. And the other thing that gives me, buoys my spirits, if you will, Mac Jones.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Mac Jones. 279 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and no interception. That's what he did against the Saint defense.
Yep.
On the road.
Okay. In New Orleans.
Yeah. If Mac Jones can throw for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns, and nobody had him unless you're in a 2-quarterback league and desperate. Hopefully you're not desperate the second game of the season. But and if you, I talked about him, if you want to add him to your fantasy team, that's great. I'm all for that. But
correct.
That's good.
Yep.
But come on, Sam. Matt Jones threw for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And let's also be wary here. The Seahawks offensive line, healthy. Everyone's
healthy. And it's right there for them to win this game. Because that would – come on now. Because the Cardinals went in there and beat the Saints on the road. The 49ers went in there and beat the Saints on the road. Now, if the Saints come back – and that's interesting, they're playing the same division 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
But if they go into Seattle and win, then we'll have a very sad discussion next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was not sad when they lost to the Niners because I knew it was like, okay, there's some optimism here. This would be a bad loss.
Yeah, this would
be a very bad loss. And it's an NFC team. It's not a division team, of course. But
yeah, but weirdly enough, the Saints have played well the last 2 games in spite of losing. We all predicted the Saints to have the worst record in football.
Yes.
I think we all did.
Which may still happen because, like I said, if you play the first 2 games at home, that I don't think that should be allowed, number one. 2 teams playing at home in their first 2 games, when if you lose 2 in a row at home, you have a 12% chance of making the playoffs. That's not fair to me. I'll just throw that in there. So I'm looking for a big game from the Seahawks this week. I think 7.5 points is a little much.
Yeah, it's a little too generous.
But I will go 7. I'm going to say 24-17 because 17 seems to be, the Seahawks' magic number. So 24-17 Seahawks win the game.
I'm going to take the over. I'm going to go 28-17 Seahawks.
Okay. All right. So I'm the low man here. I'm the low man, but that's the Saints. I just don't want the Seahawks to sleep on the Saints because I think the Saints are truly a dangerous team because they have nothing to lose. They're playing with house money, and they've shown they've shown that they can put up some surprising numbers to start the season. So we'll see. But I think the Seahawks win this game as well. I said it earlier, but I think it's going to be closer than people realize. I think it's going to be, something like 20-17 Seahawks or 24-20, something like that, something fluky.
All right. By the way, the Saints, give me a second. I'm pulling their depth chart up right now. Kelvin Banks, he's playing their left tackle. Trevor Penning's out. Eric McCoy. They got 4 offensive linemen there picked in the first round. That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, if those picks pan out. The only problem is Mickey Loomis picked them.
Oh, for God's sake. How that man still has a job, I have no idea.
I told you last week.
How?
He has photographic evidence of the Bensons in compromising positions.
No.
I love the Darth Vader no.
I love that. Just like, what? Gail Benson? That's disgusting.
Who the starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
No.
I'm sorry, everybody.
You're fine.
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the up.
Also, Demario Davis is still there playing. How long has this man been playing? 15 years?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Good God. He's 36.
Okay.
Signed with the Jets in 2016. Wow, really?
Oh, man. You know what? He must have been one of those people that was like, this isn't a true example anymore because he just retired as a Raider, but Amari Cooper was drafted by the Raiders so young that you forget he was in the league. It seemed like forever. And he was still, people are like, oh, he's 28. And I'm like, how's this possible?
Does Cajun Jerry Jones enter the room in this regard? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
See what you started?
I have hired people to Mickey Loomis. He's working for me. I told him, go get pictures of the Bensons. I need blackmail material, okay?
Help!
I've also sent Quincy Carter down there to be the QB coach. It's a little sabotage.
Jesus.
Quincy Carter, that's a name from
oh no. Yeah.
That's a reference there.
That's a name that nobody wants to hear in this area.
No. Also, in other news, for the Saints, Chase Young's out. I know we mentioned that before. They have a couple guys that you can look at and go, all right, they're good. Cameron Jordan's still there.
Yeah, Cam Jordan's good.
He's still good. He's also a Hall of Famer down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. It's Carl Granderson's also pretty good too, but they have a bunch of guys, which is not bad. But
right. But you know what? Not bad is never the bar.
No.
Not bad is never the bar.
Correct.
No matter what we're talking about, whether it's food, a car, a player, not bad, we can do better.
Are you guys ready for this week's edition of BS of the Week?
Do it.
All right. Welcome to BS of the Week. Cue the music. This week's edition of BS of the Week is Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Let me strap in.
All right, here we go. So, in case if you've lived under a rock over the last few days or so, we're obviously not going to play the sound of what he said.
Right.
Because, this is a family show. To quote Hall of Famer Road Dogg Jesse James. It's a family show. But we will give you the reaction It's not fun, but it's all one of those things where you want to get a bowl of popcorn and just watch. So Jimmy Kimmel basically had his show pulled by ABC 2 days ago. The reaction, do yourself a favor, go to Hulu, go to the Hulu Facebook page, just read the comments. They're all standing with Jimmy Kimmel. Now, this is one of those things where failure to read the room comes
Absolutely.
Because
you nailed it.
Listen, we all crack jokes here and there. We love a good joke. But there comes a line where you're making jokes about the wrong time. And let's summarize it carefully. Jimmy Kimmel made some jokes about Charlie Kirk, comparing him to fill in the blanks. It was not fun. Listen. I was never the biggest Jimmy Kimmel fan on the planet. I don't think late night TV is the best thing in the world. I'm very old school in that regard too.
Yeah.
Late night TV died when Letterman retired.
I agree with that 100%.
So Jimmy Kimmel's also a piece of crap in terms of that regard. So I mean, I love to be wrong here and there, but I mean, oh boy, Dustin, what do you think?
Well, I might surprise some people here because I'm not a huge Jimmy Kimmel fan. I don't think he should have said, I think people want to use comedy and people want to use, there's always the line, right? There's always the line, and comedians and people they view it as their duty in some cases to cross it. But I think what happened to Jimmy Kimmel as a result of what he said sets a potentially alarming precedent, because let's call it what it is. Kirk unfortunately was assassinated for what he said, and now Jimmy is also facing consequences for what he said. And I think that everything is getting serious now. So I do not agree that the show should have been pulled. You want to talk about a suspension, you want to talk about a reprimand, you want to talk about a fine, we can do all those things, but to pull the show and then have the current administration come out and gloat about it and then speculate about who is next and talk about TV ratings.
That's far.
I don't like the feel of that.
There comes a line where you take crap too far, regardless of whatever it is.
Yes.
I mean,
two things can be true at the same time. And
Howard Stern has also said significantly worse things, and he's still on the air.
Yes,
that's significantly worse.
And that's my issue here. That's my issue here. We can go back to an earlier conversation we had in regards to the NFL and disciplinary action regarding DV. There's inconsistent consequences, and I feel the same thing here. And we're getting into this is not the show to debate.
Right?
No.
We're not going to do that here.
No.
Go watch Stephen A. Smith.
The only thing.
Yeah.
Let me just say this.
Yeah, Kevin, take over.
He was not thrown off the air because he made a joke. He was thrown off the air because he said something that was absolutely untrue.
Yeah.
You cannot be in a position like that and make a statement that's factually incorrect without having some sort of, blowback.
Yeah,
because what he said was a lie.
Which we're not even going to get to what he said.
We're not, like I said, we're not going to get into any of that.
Again,
what he said was a lie.
This is a family show.
Everything that had come out about this individual was known when he made this statement. And so that's, to me, that's why he was, whether he should have got thrown off the show, that's up to his parent company.
Yeah. ABC pulled the plug. That's the
well,
thing.
See, the thing about it is ABC just got bought out.
By who?
There's somebody that's.
Is this Sinclair by chance?
I believe so.
Because I know of Sinclair Broadcasting because they were the parent company of Ring of Honor Wrestling for a number of years. And then they sold Ring of Honor. So, I mean, it's I'm not going to lie. I was deciding between Kimmel or Stephen A. Smith. And I thought to continue with the theme of last week. Because this is ridiculous. Like we've seen comedians take crap too far.
Yes, and
Carlin.
And by and large, comedians take things too far. That's part of their thing.
Part of the job.
It's part of the job.
Walt Disney owns ABC right now.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disney owns them.
Yeah, I
didn't know that.
And so that's the only. I don't watch any. I'm not in the class or that watches late night shows.
Yeah, I don't watch anymore. I'm kind of with Dan.
Back
Letterman.
in when my brother and I when we were young whippersnappers, we used to watch David Letterman.
Yeah, Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. Karnak the Magnificent. If you've never watched the Karnak the Magnificent, get on YouTube and watch that.
I just watched Law and Order SVU. I'm that psychopath.
Okay, that's pretty, late night, that's pretty psychic, right?
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I will defend Law and Order SVU. It's always on every channel.
It's been on, so,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say anything negative about SVU.
I'd rather watch SVU than every hospital show ever freaking made. Which, speaking of, there's a new one coming out, The Doctor.
Yeah.
And
I saw.
We're going to talk about Tony and Ziva. Okay. Anybody know what I'm talking about here?
Who again? Refresh my memory.
Tony and Ziva from NCIS.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you have Paramount Plus, which I went and got my free subscription, just to be able to watch that show.
Great show. I don't know. I might watch a movie tonight. This seems like a good movie night.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna throw back to a comedy, okay, how about Just Shoot Me?
Oh man, that's going back a little bit.
Yeah,
going back.
So we're looking for some comedy. Look for some comedy. Seinfeld. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Seinfeld is one of my favorite shows of all time.
We're talking about Seattle. Frasier.
The Contest.
Oh, The Contest is the best.
Yeah. Gets me every time. I'm out of The Contest.
She's gonna get you too, buddy.
She's gonna get you too, buddy. Oh, no. We've gone over my movie collection, right?
We did on previous episodes a little bit, yeah.
Ooh, there's a good one. Castaway.
Oh yeah, Castaway.
Now we're looking for comedies at this point.
Hold.
There's a documentary that's coming out. I don't know if it's out yet, but there's a documentary that's coming out on Amazon Prime. It's about John Candy. You bet I'll be watching that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's the man.
He was the man because there was one time that I was coming back on a plane from Hawaii.
When Harry Met Sally.
Okay, but we're talking about John Candy.
Yes.
Okay, and they announced that they were going to do a movie on the flight, and the movie was called Uncle Buck.
Oh man,
which I hadn't heard of. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, okay, well, I'll watch it. Well, trying to watch that while everybody else was sleeping was extraordinarily difficult. Because you can't watch that without laughing hysterically.
Oh my goodness.
Can't be done.
I miss like old school comedy where it was like you can. John Candy had a famous quote that was like, "Everyone loves when Fatty falls down," which is the truest statement in the world.
Yeah,
But
you know,
it sucks because like I miss that level of old school comedy where it's like you can say anything you want and people obviously know it's a joke.
Yeah,
because you're a comedian. Like George Carlin had a bit. Oh my God, the 7 dirty words.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which we know that whole spiel. George Carlin got arrested for doing comedy. So that's an old story.
Right.
So, I mean, it stings because I love the art of comedy, where it's like you can say whatever you want, get away with it, and basically ask the old Joe question of, who can I piss off today?
Wasn't that the whole reason why Married with Children existed in the first place?
Yes, that's the other one. There's another one. I mean, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor
live in concert is one of the funniest things I have ever seen.
Unbelievable. Also, Dee's Rays of Sunshine enters the room. That great reference. John Candy as the leader of the polka band in Home Alone. Yes, very correct.
Yeah,
absolutely.
On their way to Sheboygan. Yes, very true.
Polka, polka, polka. Also, Cool Runnings. Who can forget
Cool Runnings?
Great movie.
Love that movie.
Excellent movie.
The aforementioned Uncle Buck. So many lines in that movie, but one of my favorite is he's like, I got a friend down at the crime lab, and he's going to analyze your toothbrush, and he's going to find out whether you actually brushed your teeth or whether you just ran it underwater. John Candy is so.
I miss him.
He was so likable.
Yeah,
and I can't wait.
And it was just unfortunate because he, was obviously way too big.
Yeah,
and the body just couldn't handle it.
Yeah. It was just
a shame.
And we haven't even talked about planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh, yeah.
That's this whole show.
That's not pillows.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best Thanksgiving movie. It is one of the few Thanksgiving movies, and I love that movie.
That's true.
There's a part in the beginning of that movie where Steve Martin is trying to get into the cab, and John Candy beats him to the cab, and he looks up in the face. I can't replicate it. I'm not even going to try. But the face that John Candy makes me laugh every time.
Google this.
So you got the face that he does. It's in the beginning of the movie.
Give me a second. I'm going to Google this real quick.
All right. That's the, you could say that's the, yeah, it just gets me every time.
Oh man. I remember when Robin Williams passed away.
Yeah.
I remember that from the back of my head. I got a newspaper report. Yeah, I read the newspaper back in the day, believe it or not, where it was like, hey, breaking news, Robin Williams found dead. I was like, what? My parents, I remember my mom crying. I was like, what? Robin Williams, what?
Yeah.
Because, the other thing which leads into another topic, which brings into the final thoughts of this program. This is an unfortunate time of the month or time of the year where there's a lot of people that are going through God knows what.
Stuff.
God knows what. Just stuff. Yeah. But God knows what.
Don't go through it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been friends with people that have unfortunately lost that battle.
Mm-hmm.
And getting that phone call was not fun.
No. It never is. Just don't fight it alone.
If I could give one of the things I pride most of this show's history is being a comfort zone to people no matter what. And if I could give any piece of advice, find your comfort zone, whether it's cats or, going fishing, whatever.
Yeah.
Do things that make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you do that, and not even just as long as you do that, just remember that there is always a bright side to every dark cave.
Yeah. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Literally.
Right. And you're not going to find a light if you search for it on your own.
Yeah.
Ask someone for help.
Yeah. If you need it, and that is not easy for a lot of us.
It is not, especially us men.
Yeah, it's not.
Let's be honest about this. Women can ask for help way easier than we can. Shouldn't be that way, but it is. So
yeah, unfortunately, you're not wrong.
Right.
I mean,
that's
no
what I'm saying.
No offense to D's in the chat, but
it doesn't make you less of a man to ask for help. That means that you have strength of character, to realize you need help and go and get it.
I know a few stubborn women in my life that.
Oh yes,
I know a few we're stubborn men. There's stubborn women. That they're all stubborn people exist.
Right. But there's a reason why we die before women do. As a whole,
because it's unfortunate, but I hear you. But check on your friends. Check on your loved ones. Just check on them, no matter what. Just like, hey, you doing okay? Because you never know.
Yeah.
Last story before we close up shop. So someone who I used to be really close friends with, who I've told this story before, multiple occasions, where we had a nasty falling out over wedding colors.
Oh yeah.
And it was not fun. But I remember getting a phone call from his fiance, who, congratulations, they're now officially married, which fucking awesome. Excuse my French. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse there, but
I know.
I remember getting that phone call from her being like, have you heard from him at all? I said, no, I haven't. Because she mentioned that he's not doing okay and he feels like he's going to hurt himself. We got off the phone. I remember just breaking down because, we lived in different parts of the country and I wanted to just drive the hell down there and just give my bro a hug. And he doesn't listen to this show because, for obvious reasons, we had a nasty falling out. But if he ever does come across this show, obviously I'm sorry for everything. And I hope and I know you're doing well. But check on your friends, check on your loved ones, just check on everyone, because you never know what they might be going through.
Yeah.
Right?
And keep that in mind when you're you never know what somebody's going through. People have bad days, people have bad months, people have bad years. I'm not trying to quote the Rembrandts, sorry. But
great reference there.
It is. People are struggling. You never know what people are struggling with. So give them a little bit of grace. And
grace, I like that, Dustin, a lot.
Yeah.
And even if you don't know what makes you happy, keep searching for it, because you'll find it.
Amen to that.
Amen.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin's coming to you from the Capital Region of Albany, New York. Kevin's coming to you from the great state of Texas. I'm coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. This has been Seahawks Sessions, part of Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Media, and we'll see you all in this life. I'll start with the next one, guys. Cheers, and have a good night.
Have a great weekend.